The escalated conflict with Iran has some concerns about the possibility of war and reinstating the draft.
The website of the government agency in charge of keeping the Selective Service database saw a surge in action, and they said they were worried about misinformation, in fact. So when there's the threat of misinformation, we turn to Heather and Good Question for answers, because people want to know about, first of all, Selective Service, the draft.
Right.
How does all of this work? Should we start with, is there a draft?
So that's a big thing. There is no draft right now. The draft ended in the United States back in 1973. It was really unpopular at the time. In fact, President Nixon campaigned on ending the draft, and he did end up doing that.
So the draft is done.
The draft is done. Now, it could come back if Congress approves it, if Congress passes a piece of legislation, and then the president signs that. But that's the only way that the draft would actually come back.
So Selective Service, then, is kind of a backup database, so they're ready in the event they need to trigger a draft?
And Selective Service is what you think about if you're a man in this country.
I remember it well.
18, and you're told that you need to register for the draft.
Go to the post office and fill out the form.
Right, and now most people can do it
online.
But what it is you're registering for the Selective Service. And this is all men in the country who are citizens, who are naturalized citizens, who are actually residents here in the U.S. need to register for the draft, register for the Selective Service, excuse me. And you're supposed to do it within 30 days of your 18th birthday, but you have up until 25 years old to do it.
And most people do register,
90% of men do.
It's a lot.
Right, it's a lot. Now, it is against the law if you don't.
Sure.
But it's not a law that's generally prosecuted. What they do instead is, if you don't register, then you really are denied almost a lifetime of benefits in terms of you cannot work for a federal government job. You can't work for a lot of state government jobs after the age of 26. You cannot get federal student loans. So you're denied access to that. So there really is benefit to all these people to register for the Selective Service.
Now, there are some interesting policy questions about Selective Service today. It's only men. Now, we have women who have volunteered and who are fighting in combat. I don't know how America would feel. On the one hand, you feel like, in terms of equality, you should have men and women signing up. On the other hand, how would people feel about 18-year-old women being drafted to go to war?
Their mothers being drafted,
I don't know. Like,
So it's a very big question. And actually, there are two court cases right now, one by a group of men and one by a group of women that are looking at this. There's also a congressional commission looking at this. Their report is actually due in March, and they're looking at the whole system. Should we include women? Perhaps should we just include people with special skills? Should there be some sort of volunteer instead of this? So there's a lot to look at, and we'll probably be talking about that in about 2 months.
I mean, odds of a draft being instituted are
Slim,
low,
but
to say
still
the least.